So if we wanted to paginate the pull, what do we do? Well, once again, in the documentation, it's just as simple as pull paginated, right? And very first list here is, .content.pull per page is the method. So how do we get our paginated pull? What parameters does it take? So it takes, an easier visual example here, is your query, of course, right? That's why it's always nice to separate that query into its own variable. And then, you need to change methods, and you can always just kind of call that query there as the variable. And then there is the page number. What page number are we on? Which obviously this is going to be a variable. And then how many do I want to pull per page? That's gonna, I would suggest, also be a variable, which you can set up above somewhere. And then how do you want to sort, right? So I guess this would just be on our movie listing area. Let's go ahead and, we only have three pieces of movie content, so a little difficult to show this nicely, and then if you do use those parameters, you have those set properly, then because you're using the pull per page, you can actually get previous page, next page, total results, total pages, total results back, so that you know whether you need to supply a next or a previous or, on the page. So these are automatically set in the results whenever you do a .content.pull per page. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the pull per page. In our listing. So here's our listing down here. We've got our movie query. So instead of .content.pull, we're going to do pull per page now, right? And now we just need to change this up a bit, right? So we need to set our page number up in the URL, and the number to pull is fine. We're just going to put a page number, right? And pulling, to be able to show it, I'm going to put like 2 here. Pieces of content. That will at least I'll have 2 pages because I've got 3 total pieces of content, right? And that'll be my limit. And then page number, I'm actually just going to set up in the URL. I'm not going to do page controls, but I'll have to handle the request. So else, sure, I'll want it after I go through all that. So we're going to do that request.get parameter, right? So I'll just basically copy this. If request.get parameter page, then set page number equals request.get parameter page. Right. And then I would want to do else. set page number equals 1, right? Now, what we would have to do, because anytime you request a get parameter out of the URL, you should also use a little tool we have to prevent excess, JavaScript attack, injection. And we'll show that whenever we go over view tools. But we definitely need to math to integer this text that we're reading out of the URL. So here is a way to do that using our math tool. Math.toInteger, and we're just going to feed it this, right? No. Okay. So then that gives us our page number as an integer. Otherwise, we're setting it as a static integer here. Okay. So copy that. And edit the simple widget here. And save and publish. What did I leave off? Didn't put the right number of ending parentheses. Sorry about that. So let's finish here. Add that parenthesis and save and publish. And now we are on, see, I don't want to hit it through Ratatouille. I want to hit it through just my index page. Okay, good. Okay, so now you can see I'm on my index page, and I'm only showing 2 pieces of content now. And that's because I said in my code that I only want to show 2 pieces of content on each page. And by default, the page number is 1 if nothing is set up in the URL. So I'll make believe I have a toggle control down here. And I hit it, I pass this up in the URL, page equals 2, right? I hit it, now I should be showing Ratatouille, right? And that's how you paginate. Now, whenever you do paginate, how do you know whether you have a next page? How do you know what the next page is? So let's add a little bit more to our widget. Let's go back down here, and I'm going to copy out all of these different things that you can display. And let me just strip those out a little bit. Okay. We want to we're setting our query here. What we could do is set movie list equals this whole thing, right? And then we're just doing movie list here. Right? And then, and I guess we'll do this down at the bottom. Right, because we want to be after all of our for each loops. Then we put these results. So on movie list dot next page, and that's basically it's a true or false. Well, here, let me just do this. This would be total pages. This is total results. And there is a previous page. Now these first two are going to be Boolean values. Either it has the next page is true or false, and previous page true or false. And then total number of pages that are created based upon the page number you're feeding and what's your limit. And then the total number of movies that there are, total number of results in the content that you're actually iterating over. So, and I am inside the else. That's okay for here. So I'm on page 2 there right now currently. That's fine. Okay. So whenever I'm on page 1, which is the default, I'm just in my training indexed here, then it's giving me, do I have a next page? Yes, because I have 3 movies and I'm only showing 2 right now. Do I have a previous one? No, because my current page number is set to 1 by default. So there is no previous page. Total number of pages is only 2 because I only have 3 movies. Total results is 3, right? Now, whenever I do the URL, and I could put my next and previous buttons here, but you get the idea. And page equals 2, and I feed that using my button, then I get my 3rd movie, and my next page is false because now I'm in the last one in the total results. And previous page, though, is true. Now we could click back to the previous page. Total pages is 2, total results is still 3, right? And if I, add another movie to the system, it just keeps working, obviously. And while I'm adding another movie to the system, is there any questions? Go ahead and type into the list. I'd be more than happy to answer any other questions. Okay, so I've got another movie there into the system, hit my index, and now I'm pulling my first 2 here, and now you can see total results 4. I do have a next page, don't have a previous page, and my page number, right, equals 2. And now I've got Guardians here, and read to you, right? So many, keep adding your content and it keeps showing, right?